Friends, I am Dr. Surjit Ghosh. Welcome to my channel, Dr. Ghosh Presents. Science symptoms and uses of Antim Crud. Homeo-Remedy Antim Crud. Full name Antimonium crudum. Common name Sulphide of antimony. Source chemical compound, chemical kingdom. Therapeutic use of Antim Crud: catarrh, constipation, diarrhea, various skin affections, lung affections, fever, gastrointestinal disorder, etc. etc. It acts upon GI tract, skin, cognitive aspect of nervous system. Diet of Antim Crud: it is rheumatic, gouty. Is Antimonium hot or chilly? Indeterminate. Mental general of Antim Crud: bad effects of disappointed love. We get this symptom in Ignacia and Calcareous also. Highly depressed, sad, melancholic, loathing of life. Tendency to commit suicide by drowning or shooting. Ecstasy and exalted love. Love sick. So busy with oneself that forgets to urinate, defecate even. Takes foods only when asked. Very peevish, angry, fretful. Cannot bear to be touched to or looked at, especially children. Anxious, lachrymose mood. Patient do not wish to speak, to be spoken to, angry at silly matters. Nervous, hysterical girls and women feel overwhelmed with mellow light from stained glass window, with irresistible desire to talk in rhymes, poems, repeat verses. We see this symptom in Agaricus muscaris also, though basically taciturn. Mentally disorder, words in moonlight. Physical generals of Antim Crud: patients are voracious eater, gluttons. Take foods without discrimination beyond digestive capacity, grow fatty like swine, and suffer from gastrointestinal disturbance, producing lumpy effects. There are two images. This is a sad, depressed lady, and this is lady who a voracious eater. Physical generals of Antim Crud continuing: stools, watery, lumpy. Liquoria, lumpy and watery. Lump appears over skin, nails are thick, distorted and lumpy. There is lumpy appearance in various parts of the body is one of the characteristic symptoms of Antim Crud. Symptoms group recur every 5, 6 or 12 weeks. Change their locality from one side to another. Gout recedes, stomach is affected. Nervous and hysteric symptoms appear such as restlessness, twitches, starting on slightest noise appears, and some older symptom disappears. Chronic complaint traceable to ill effects of suppression of skin disease and ulcers. That is, suppression of skin disease and ulcer happens, then appears anasarca or marasmus or rheumatoid arthritis. Now anasarca is a generalized fluid accumulation over the body in the tissue space. This is anasarca. When it is localized, it is called edema. Marasmus is severe protein energy malnutrition. When there is severe protein energy malnutrition, it is marasmus. When that severity is less, that is, some energy is available, some starch is available, protein is deficient, then kwashiorkor, another form, appears. And this is the rheumatoid arthritis. Rheumatoid arthritis are of two types: osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis. These two arthritis, this is the severest and most difficult to cure, because rheumatoid arthritis is autoimmune disease. Osteoarthritis is not autoimmune. It generally occurs in a particular joint when the cartilage at the end of the bone is eroded and the pain in joints appears. This is osteoarthritis. It is generally appears in a singular joint, but rheumatoid arthritis attacks several joints at a time. And here the synovial membrane, notice the red line, this is the green line. The green line is the synovial membrane. That is generally not affected in osteoarthritis. In the case of rheumatoid arthritis, these are affected, and generally thereafter the cartilage also affected, and the whole joint is in a stage of destruction, and the joint is freezed. Joint is completely freezed, and this occurs in several joints, and it is as it is autoimmune disease, it is almost incurable. But in homeopathy, we have medicines to cure this, because we can first check this person's autoimmune trouble. That is, for reasons something from medicines or some physical diseases, suppression of physical diseases, this autoimmune disease appears. So if we first dilute that cause, then the autoimmune trouble is lost, and the full disease is amenable to homeopathic medicine then. So those who know how to dilute this autoimmune trouble in homeopathy, they can cure also rheumatoid arthritis, though it is autoimmune disease, since autoimmune disease like ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease are also curable in the same way. General aggravation and amelioration. What's from? Cold bathing, cold dampness, cold water, acids, sweets, moonlight, rising up, going upstairs, touch, heat of summer or sun, radiated heat, overeating, night debauches, getting drunk, vinegar, pork. Better? Open air, during rest, moist warmth, lying down. Head symptoms of Antim Crud: tendency to take cold about head, headache from bathing in cold water from disordered stomach, troubles worsen from candy, acids, wine, fruits, fats, going upstairs, headache after stopped coryza, heaviness in forehead with vertigo, nausea, nosebleed, itching of head with falling of hair. Eye symptoms of Antim Crud: canthi, red, raw, cracked. Now what is canthi? Look here. This is the eye. This is side towards the nose. This is outside. These two corners are called canthi. It is medial canthi, it is lateral canthi. That corner is red, raw, cracked. Chronic blepharitis. Blepharitis means this eyelids, this is the two eyelids. Inflammation of eyelids is called blepharitis, with pustules on margins of the red inflamed lids, as it is seen here. Children's chronic sore eye, photophobia. Photophobia actually, when the patient cannot tolerate artificial light, it is called photophobia. And this picture is healthy eye, and this is blepharitis. During blepharitis, the eyelids are inflamed. Here symptoms of Antim Crud: ringing and deafness, moist eruption around ear, otorrhea, deafness as if bandaged. Look here, this is the moist eruption around ear. This is otorrhea. Otorrhea actually occurs due to infection in the middle ear, and also the tympanic membrane is damaged, so the pus or bloody oozing or watery oozing comes out from the ear canal. This is called otorrhea. This is actually a middle ear inflammation. Deafness as if bandage, that is feeling. Nose symptoms of Antim Crud: nostrils scabby, sore, cracked, eczema of nostrils, nosebleeds after headache, feeling of coldness inhalation, after inhalation. That is, after inhalation, a feeling of coldness within the nose. Face symptoms of Antim Crud: corners of mouth sore, cracked, burned. Face appears sallow, sad, haggard. Pimples, pustules, boils on cheeks and chins. Mouth symptoms of Antim Crud: tongue coated thick white as if whitewash. This is a very, very telltale symptom of Antim Crud. Tongue as if whitewashed. Toothache in hollow teeth extending to head, worse from touching tooth with tongue, better from walking in open air. Toothache before menses, pimples around mouth, apathy, gum bleed easily, salivation tastes bitter, salty. Throat symptoms of Antim Crud: sensation as if something is stuck up, with constant desire to swallow, hoarseness after cold water bath, much thick yellowish mucus from posterior nares. Now, posterior nares. What is posterior nares? Posterior nares is the space just behind our nose. This is the opening of the nose, that is exterior opening. In the interior, there is also opening that opens in the laryngeal parts, larynx. So, larynx, not larynx, actually pharynx, nasopharynx. In the nasopharynx area, the posterior nair, that is back portion of our nose, opens. This portion is called posterior nair. A lot of mucus comes from this posterior nares to our throat. Ultimately, it comes out either through our mouth or it goes to stomach through esophagus. Stomach symptoms of Antim Crud seems to be always overloaded, disgust for food, loss of appetite, no thirst, desire for acids and pickles only, constant belching with taste of ingesta, vomiting worse from eating and drinking, sweetish water bath, bloating after eating, stomach region painful. What is stomach region? Stomach region is this region. It is called the pit of the stomach. The pit of the stomach just at the end of this sternum or dagger bone. This portion is called region of stomach. After nursing, child vomits milk in curds, refuses to nurse further. Reverse of Ithuja. Possibly you can remember the Ithuja. In Ithuja, child nurses, then vomits out curds in milk. That is milk in curds form. Then he goes to sleep. Then again rises up. Then again he nurses. Again vomits. He goes to sleep. This goes on cyclically. That is nursing, vomiting, sleeping, again nursing, vomiting. This is the cycle goes on in Ithuja. But in Antim Crud, this is not so. The child refuses to nurse further. Fearful vomiting with convulsion, which nothing can stop. Great desire to eat, but no strength to eat in case of child. Abdomen symptoms of Antim Crud in old age, diarrhea and constipation alternate. Stool pappy or watery with lumps, piles, prickling and burning with constant mucus discharge from anus staining yellow. Catarrhal proctitis. Proctitis means actually inflammation of anus. Inflammation of the rectum region. Hemorrhage with solid food, sometimes stool entirely of mucus. See, this is the picture of piles. The piles means inflamed veins, fine veins. There is a venous plexus in the anal region. Those veins are inflamed, swollen up, and it hangs down. This is piles. There are various stages of piles. The first stage, second stage, third stage within the inner piles or external piles. This is the picture of piles actually. Urinary symptoms of Antim Crud: involuntary urination on coughing, foul odor, cutting pain while urinating, urine frequent, profuse with burning and backache. Male genital symptoms of Antim Crud: atrophy of penis and testicle, biting and itching of scrotum with eruptions and backache, sex desire excited with uneasiness of entire body. Female genital symptoms of Antim Crud: menses suppressed from cold bathing with tenderness of ovaries, pressure in womb as if something would come out through menses. During menses. Ovaries painful in lap sick girl. Nymphomania from check menses. Nymphomania means excessive sexual desire in women. Watery leukorrhea with lumps, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea during pregnancy. This is also known as morning sickness, that is vomiting in the morning of pregnant ladies. Respiratory symptoms of Antim Crud: expectoration of large quantity of mucus followed by exhaustion. Voice lacks control, harsh, badly pitched, better by use, aphonia from overeating, itching in chest, cough worse in warm room with burning in chest. First attack of cough always most severe, next attacks weaker and weaker. Neck and back symptoms of Antim Crud: violent pain in the small of back. In the small of back, this is actually lumbar fifth region. This is the lumbar fifth region. From above, it is cervical, then thoracic, then lumbar start. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is called small of back. This is a very technical term, small of back. The violent pain when rising, particularly from sitting down position to up when is getting up, when rising. Better from when walking, itching of neck and back, coccyx heavy. Coccyx actually, this is after this lumbar comes sacrum bone. At the end of this sacrum bone, that is here, that is tailbone. That is called coccyx. This coccyx is heavy. This is the last portion of the spinal bone. Extremity symptoms of Antim Crud: arthritic pain in joints of fingers, horny, split nails, nail grow impeded, horny growth under the nail, horny warts, hands and soles, painful inflammation of tendon of elbow with great redness, shiny elbow, feet, soles, very tender while walking, twitching and jerking in arms, crippled feet, skin of soles withered due to foot sweat, growth beneath nails. This is a picture of wart in hands and soles area. Skin symptoms of Antim Crud: eczema with gastric derangement, tendency to growth of pimples, vesicles, pustules, urticaria, horny warts, measly eruptions, itching violently, corns and callosities from slight pressures. You see this thing actually. This is corn and this is callosities. From going through this text, perhaps you can catch that Antim Crud is a very great medicine for various types of skin diseases. Various types of skin diseases. Sleep symptoms of Antim Crud: sleepy, weary feeling, drowsy old people, deep and unrefreshing sleep. Fever symptoms of Antim Crud: heat and thirst after sweat, disturbance of stomach during apyrexia in intermittent fever. Complementary medicine is Skila. This is a very rare, uncommon medicine. Related, Sulphide. With this, Antim Crud ends here. Thanks for listening and viewing. If you face any trouble, please write in the comment section. I will certainly respond.